my players and stuff.
You're good. You're good. All right. So Gabe, I don't want to put you like on the spot with a super open-ended question, but tell us a little bit about yourself. Like, where are you from? What do you like to do? What have you done? Just in the past few years in your life. Some of your own highlights for us.
If you want a highlight reel, I'm obviously the most attractive of the group. That's probably the best place to start. Grew up in Brownsville, Texas. Have an accounting degree. Bought and sold some real estate recently.
Nice, congrats.
Nothing crazy, Enjoy playing basketball, video games.
Like basketball, like video games and stuff. Me and you, we've been friends for a number of years. I mean, we start, now that we're all getting older, we talk about, oh man, we've had this league for 10 years. That's super cool. And like another really cool big number, a lot of us have been friends for a really long time. Where are we at right now? Me and you I
don't know. How old were we in first grade?
First grade, like 4 or 5, right? I guess I'm the teacher. I should know. 5 or 6. So we're at
22 years.
I think that's 22 years. I think it's about that. We hit our 20-year mark recently. I do actually remember that. We did some math. But yeah, so I've known you for 22 years. I've only been alive 27, so most of my life you've been in my life in a pretty prominent way most of the time, right? Like we were really good friends, all the way through, and here we are. We talk, most days, even today, which, of course, the help of, remote technology nowadays. I talk to Dino like all the time, and you and all our other friends. But yeah, no, we go way back. And tell us a little bit about how you go way back with the league. Like, how did we kind of, just the friend group that the league came upon to? Like, how do you know all the guys? Yeah.
Well, so I met everyone in first grade. That's when it started for me. And I think it was you, Austin, and Jeremy through Boy Scouts or Cub Scouts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think Dickie was also in there, but I didn't really know him really that well then. But in first grade, we didn't have the GT teacher. We were with Miss Connell. But in second grade, that's where all the GT kids were all there dicking around, But shortly after that, they split schools, and
that's right. This was still in elementary, right?
Yeah. So then, some of the guys that were going to go to Vela, they went to Paredes, and then the guys that were at Hudson, they were going to go to Olivera, they stayed at Hudson. And I remember making like a fucking pact in elementary, like, hey, even if we get separated here in middle school, we're still going to be good buddies in high school. No. Sure enough, fucking fast forward freshman year, first day, like, oh, hey, we're all here.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. We're back.
I mean, that
was kind of cool.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I think the only person that fell off was Dustin.
Yeah.
He went to Pace, so he didn't really get to join us at Hannah.
Yeah, and we were really good friends for a long time too. Even I remember hanging out with Dustin for quite a few years too.
Yeah, man.
He played basketball with them and stuff.
He played basketball with us. So he'd be at all the fucking board game nights and Smash Brother tournaments and Halo tournaments that we'd have after the basketball games.
Yeah.
But so I remember there being like an original 5 for me,
And this is still back in high school?
Yeah, this would be high school.
Okay, gotcha.
Like the original 5 for me, like freshman year, we had that ski trip. It was me, Guillermo, Austin, Jeremy, and Juan. So Juan I'd met in middle school. He was on the basketball team with Austin and I. We became good buddies. Fucking go on that ski trip, all sorts of nonsense.
So back then we were the ski bums for everybody.
Yeah.
If you're left out there, if you remember ski bums. Yeah. I got shirts still, from a couple of years.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, your dad made us.
I don't have the red one, but
yeah, your dad made us shirts and orange colored, of course. Your dad a big Longhorns guy.
False. First ones were black and green.
Those were the first ones? What were the
The first one was black and green.
Maybe I'm just thinking of our basketball uniforms. Yeah.
Yeah. The basketball uniforms were orange.
Yeah. Okay. I'm imagining a ski bum shirt that was red and black, orange and black. But I mean, there were a lot of shirts. I mean,
that can be the 2022 Orange and black. Good with that.
Yeah, whenever we
I'm
go.
down.
So that was freshman year,
Mhm.
you know, and of course sophomore year, I guess, you know, going with 5 people wasn't big enough, so we went with like 10 people.
Yeah.
And let's see, who did we add? We added like Seth and John and Ghoulie and Charlie and Serge.
Yeah.
I think those are the 5 that we added.
Right, Serge. So Sergio's with a current TNP member. Yeah.
Yeah,
Or in the
so
league and stuff.
Serge, I guess we met him in middle school, right?
Sort of. I met him in high school. Some people knew him when they were in like 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, like, you know, junior high.
Probably got to know him the best in high school as well,
Yeah.
in early high school. So, you know, met Serge there.
Dino
You know,
knew
we
Serge
would clash
in middle
immediately.
school.
You know, very similar personality types. You know,
Knew
we get
of
along though.
Yeah.
And then, you know, over the years in high school, you know, we kind of just kept snowballing and finding new members in the group. You know, I think Austin was like the main guy for going out and sniffing out people that to add to the group. I remember like Nestor started hanging around.
Hey, I recruited
and,
Dino.
I didn't know Nestor for shit,
Kind
dude.
of.
So like one day we're at my parents' house in Palo Verde and we were gonna play Call of Duty, and Austin was texting Nestor, and he's like, "Hey man, Nestor's asking if we can hang out or whatever." So I was being like real cryptic with him. All right, ask him if he wants the javelin, because I had a javelin and I was shooting down a helicopter or whatever.
You had a
So
oh,
Austin,
you were playing like a video game?
Call of Duty, yeah. Call
Oh,
of
sorry.
Duty. So Austin texted him like, "Hey, you want a javelin?" And he was like, "Yeah," or "Yeah, I'm down," or whatever. And sure enough, fucking joins the group.
Nice.
Inauguration. You know, so that's Serge, Juan, Nestor. I'm not exactly sure when Matt got involved in the group, but somewhere in high school, you know, he started showing up. And at first when I saw him, I thought he was you, Guillermo.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit,
so...
like that Guillermo, and I'd go and like say what's up, and it's some other guy that I've never seen before in my life.
Yeah, me and Matt have the history of being twins. My mom mistaked Matt as me once, like because my mom taught at our high school, and
we'll get more into that on the Matt origin story.
Yeah, well, you'll see it on the but so yeah, that's funny that you thought he was me when you first met him, Gabe.
Yeah, dude, it was weird. I was like, that has to be Guillermo. No, it wasn't Guillermo.
That's awesome.
Well, Dino and I, we played baseball. Minor, majors, you know. So I've known Dino for a while too, but you know, he went to a different middle school, so you know, a different elementary. So he wasn't in my closest circle from a younger age, but you know, since then, you know, he's definitely in the inner circle now.
Yeah. Similar, Dino and Serge also, you know, they like knew each other because they were in choir in middle school or something. Yeah, so a lot of us do have deep ties like that. Yeah.
Man, I hated that guy.
But sorry, I'm sorry. What were you saying?
I'm just trying to think about who else.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna think of all the team members.
It's interesting.
And Jose was in middle school with us. You know, he wasn't like in the inner circle, but you know, he's with us now.
And it's interesting because I feel like for a lot of people, like this group is very, very magnetic, and then some people don't like necessarily always stick. But for the people who it's like magnetic for, I mean, you really stick. You know what I mean? It's like we've talked about that kind of. I don't know how we've all, you know, been close for a long time, and yeah, we have our ups and downs, but like kind of when you decide to kind of like be in it, it's kind of like not hard to leave, but it's I don't know, it's just like a thing you kind of stick with. Like if you've got the magnetism.
Left the group.
Wait, who's left?
Yeah, who has left?
That's what I'm saying is anybody who's kind of been in it hasn't really left. I'm just saying there were the kind of other, you know, names you've mentioned and so wait, what?
It's a black hole.
Yeah, it's a black hole. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, I guess Dustin left, but that was really before it was organized.
Yeah,
it was still
kind
of loosely organized.
And there's weird lines to define here. I mean, nothing's really like we're not an organization, and we're not, you know, like, but you know,
we're Antifa.
Yeah, whoa, weird claims here.
No, I'm just trolling.
Yeah.
Well, I remember for a while in high school, I'd always be, you know, I think Serge and I would always host people. I think you would host people quite often too. You know, so we had like these spots that we would just kind of gather, you know, and yeah, there's been some variety in the group. You know, a bunch of people's ex-girlfriends and their
Yeah.
friends that would come around.
Yeah, obviously we're
Stuff
not.
like that.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt. I was gonna say like we're making us sound very, very, very exclusive, but we always had big groups of friends and people and like, like in and out of the group and people we would hang out with, and a bunch of people would go to your house, and it was, or we would go, like you said, to Surge's or whatever. So there was always like other people, people's girlfriends or just other friends we had.
There's always other activities too.
Activities
like
and stuff.
y'all
Yeah.
had like bands. So
Yeah.
like, band members that weren't always in the group. They would just come and, do their thing. Or, I'd have some basketball guys over or whatever. And I'd always try to bring our group to wherever I found a party back in high school. I was always trying to party in high school.
And it's also really funny. I was thinking the way we're making it sound is that we were super popular. And I mean, I guess a lot of people in our group kind of were popular, but like I would never describe myself as like I'm not social. Like now that I'm older, I realize that like I'm not popular. I'm not like a social person. I'm not like a, butterfly attract people to kind of person. And I feel like there's a mix of personalities in our group, but it's just funny when we talk about it like that. It sounds like, oh, they were the group everybody wanted to hang out with, and everybody.
It was just a group of friends. If anything, it was like all the Passovers. All the people that weren't in another group, they would find themselves in this group, It wasn't like, oh, yeah, we're the cool kids. Like, no, we're like, no one wanted us.
Give us you're tired, you're hungry. Yeah.
But it's worked out, I think you're right. There's a good mix of personalities in here. There's always going to be some conflict, but, you grow through conflict. So,
Definitely.
It's always an opportunity to just grow.